View of pornography. Well, I think we like pornography. The only reason why we don't like pornography is the following: is that whoever doesn't like it doesn't like it because they're not the ones that are getting it and getting paid for it. They don't want it. They don't care about getting paid for it. They're just not the ones that are getting it. So they're jealous over the people that are getting it. That's the reason why I believe that people don't like pornography. The only reason why I don't like pornography is the following: that I, for one, have it on my computer, and I don't like it for the fact that if I have to use it, it means that a woman is not putting out for me, and that's the only reason why I would dislike pornography. Kind of weird how society, at least here in the United States, is in denial about the sexuality. You know, our sole purpose here on this planet is to put out and mate and create offspring. And because of birth control, it makes it real easy to enjoy that natural pleasure in life without the ramifications of an 18-year-old caring for 18 years of a child's life. So that's the great thing about birth control, is that it has allowed us to enjoy Earth's natural pleasure, the best pleasure on this planet. And for some reason, we're not allowed to experience that or enjoy that. Somehow, there's an addiction to sexual addictions that people go to clinics for, and you know, I wish I could go there, because it would mean that I've been having sex. Because in some thought, if we're not going to one of these clinics, then I think there's something wrong with us. Well, in my case, wrong with women, because they keep saying no to me. So I think that if you're going to one of those clinics, you are definitely doing the right thing, and the women who are you're propositioning are doing the right thing by saying yes. There are people out there that are against pornography, and like I said earlier, I'm pretty sure that they'll state that it's graphic, it's horrible, it's demeaning to women, and I'm not exactly, well, sometimes it can be a little bit, the sex they're having is a little bit rough, but I don't see what's demeaning about it. It doesn't make any sense, their reasoning, other than what I'm pretty sure I'm right, that they're actually just pissed off that they're not getting it. That these ladies that they're seeing on the screen, they're seeing they are getting it, and she is not the one that's complaining about the stuff. And it is kind of goes back to the, well, I mean, that philosophy goes back to, you know, there's girlfriends who will do the friend's boyfriend just because he's being done. So everybody gangbangs this guy because he's being done. It's a similar concept. It's about getting the man and getting the trophy on your mantle, and like I said, it makes sense what I'm saying, that it's all about jealousy. And me personally, I'm not. I guess I am jealous, yeah, that somebody's getting it besides. I don't know. It's yeah. I guess I'm jealous to some extent, but I'm just happy that I'm able to get visually see something that's going to stimulate me and give me pleasure, relief, in the form of masturbation. And so I'm really not too jealous, but I am pretty mad at women for saying no a lot, and then claiming to be a virgin on the other shoulder. when in fact they're probably whores. It's a. But I'm seeing a lot of sexuality out there, and I'm not. There is some pornos that are depicting of the natural course of sexuality. It's missionary. It's pretty easy going. These 10-minute stays that these guys got, unrealistic. I mean the whole purpose in sex is to deliver the sperm and create a child, and to do that as quickly as possible. I mean, that is for for a woman to complain that she's not getting pleasured is irrelevant. Is irrelevant to the question at hand. Our job is to simply figure out a way to get you in bed and do you. And if you get pleasure from it, that's just a side effect. Maybe we do that to keep you coming back for round 2. I'm just speaking naturally, of course. Yes, if naturally speaking, that what I said is true. But if you do want to last longer, whatever, it's just round 2 or round 3 is all you need to make things last a little longer. Although I've heard that giving women an orgasm can actually lubricate the channels of the ovaries or something. It provides some extra fluid that makes the sperm travel easier to the egg, in which that would be the only reason why you'd want to pleasure a woman, and that would just be something as a side effect to pleasure them, because pretty much if you're horny, you're gonna have an orgasm. It's the bottom line. If you haven't had it in a while, you're going to be orgasming. But that is just most of the time, all the sperm needs to do is get there, and it can find its way. All the ladies out there probably going, Chris, this is probably why you're not getting laid, because you don't want to pleasure a woman. The problem with you ladies is that, well, first of all, you complain a lot. You just bitch and moan. You can't stop bitching and moaning. This is just nature's course here. That you have to complain about something. So why not? Because you're not getting pleasured. When in fact you are getting pleasured by the natural course of sex. You just want to bitch and moan. Always got something to bitch and moan about. I've seen these clips on women, the pornography actresses, saying that she doesn't, oh, I'm just acting. I'm not really getting pleasure. And that's what probably just pisses off all the women out there that are against pornography, is because they know damn well she's lying, because, and they're pissed off because she's getting pleasured, and the one that's bitching about it's not. That's the reason why they don't like pornography. So it's funny these stupid people that. I mean, that'd be a sucky job that you have sex and you're not getting any pleasure from it, and you have to act like you're getting pleasure. I mean, what a job! What a job that would be to have sex all day and get paid for it. And that's why people are pissed off at pornography, because you're getting laid and getting paid all at the same time. And they're the ones that aren't, the ones that are watching it. I think it's kind of interesting, the philosophy of pulling out every time. They pull out before the orgasm, and it's kind of odd to see that. It's like this is what they're portraying. This is how natural sex occurs. There's, they portray it. It's got in sort of a negative light of how sex occurs. It's like, yeah, it's partly real, but it's also it's mostly real. It's just that there's some aspects of it that are questionable, like the pulling out and you know. I'm unclear why they do that, other than maybe, well, they don't want to get her pregnant. I guess that's the idea here. Let's not get her pregnant. Let's just have some fun without getting pregnant, and that's unnatural for one. But it's kind of a good idea because, like I said, who needs the 18 years of raising a kid just to have some fun for 10 minutes, right? I have another idea why the pulling out, the prevention of pregnancy is the notion, hey, let's have some fun without sex. I mean, without getting pregnant. But I've learned that there's these groups that are the Illuminati or something that are trying to control the population, and they're probably the ones that are inspired to introduce the birth control pill. The idea here is, so there could be these groups, whatever, that want to eliminate 80% of the population. They're not doing a very good job. They're not doing a very good job controlling the population. It's still out of control, even with birth control and the advertising of pulling out when you have sex. But so that's another reason why they maybe why they advertise that. What else about the pornography? It's some people, I don't know, some people say that it's unrealistic or something. I don't know, it is. They're doing doggy style. It might be a little bit hard, but I'll tell you what, I think women like it hard. I think women like it rough because they like the bad boy. That's why I know they're probably is more pleasurable getting your vagina smacked real hard. So they probably appreciate that some guy is smacking them around from behind or whatever. I don't know why sex needs to be light, although I pretty much I'm pretty much of a, I guess you'd say, like a love maker more than a bad boy, a hard banger. And because I don't get that many girls, I'm assuming that most of them want the girls want the hard banger from behind, So for women to suggest that it doesn't depict real life is pretty much 90% wrong. I'd say that 90% of what you're seeing there is pretty much it. I should also point out the nature of porn indicates that there's many partners. Everybody's doing everybody, and this is also what makes the people out there jealous that are against pornography, is that they would like to do somebody else too, and I guess this is against moral laws to have sex with others if you're married. So to people that are married are they're probably the ones that are mostly against pornography, again, because they're jealous. So I think it's natural to want to have multiple partners. It's just the way of getting the selection of sperm inside the woman matches best if you get a lot of guys getting inside of her. That way the guys are happy, the girls are happy, and he's supposed to, the strongest sperm gets to the egg, right? So that's the natural course. That's the natural course of why we like multiple partners, and why I think it's a little bit unnatural to be stuck with one. stuck with one. But with one partner, the sex gets stagnant, basically because it's unnatural to be with that one partner that long. And yet and yet the one partner does help create the stability needed for raising the family. So, so it's kind of a double-edged sword, I guess. You can't. I don't know. I've got this scenario which you sort of have a community. I guess I would have. I guess I was supposed to have a harem about 11 years ago, and the idea is to have a community, kind of a community family where it's like raise. Where I get to have a harem. I knock up all these ladies, and then we kind of like raise them all together. Makes it. It actually solves the problem, like you've seen on these Utah Sister Wives or something like that. I think there's a show on that right now. It's actually a smart idea if we weren't pre-programmed to go against the natural. We're taught to go against the natural ways of life. That's another law that's like that is the you can't be attracted to anybody under 18, despite the fact that they've gone through puberty, which is unnatural. That's unnatural. So there's laws that are set up that are against nature's laws, and I'm unclear. Well, when you're under 18, I understand why they make that law. But it's because we're so stupid. We'll just get in the pants of some guy that's 45, or it's and yet there's nothing wrong with that. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. But evidently, people are so stupid when they're young that they'll just do anything. So they kind of need to protect them with laws and yet there's nothing stopping them, the 15-year-olds from doing the other 15-year-olds, and it's on a different topic of the. But for pornography, there's some of the laws that are made up go against nature. So on the topic of multiple partners, which is what we all want, is what we all dream of. Every woman out there, every man out there is dreaming of multiple partners, and most of us out there can't do it. So. And that creates conflict on life, I guess. And maybe the Muslims got it right over there with the multiple wives thing, right? At least that's my philosophy, is that they've got the right thing going over there, where you put duct tape over the woman's mouth so she can't say anything, and cover up so she doesn't look sexual. They seem to have realized all the things that would go wrong over here in the U.S., and they're probably laughing at us right now, saying, "Yeah, that's what happens when you let women vote, and that's what happens when you let them hang out their boobs so that they can project sexuality, and then call 911 when somebody propositions them, And they're probably laughing their butts off at the crap that goes on here in the U.S. concerning our sexuality." Well, I can't think of anything else, so I'll just kind of close it up from here.